Morning guys, it is 20 to 6. I've been up since 5, well just before 5. I'm in the back bedroom. I should get myself dressed. Going downstairs. There we go, going down. Pitch black, look. Let's see if we can wake the boys up. Trying to sneak downstairs. Good morning guys, they're up, they heard me. Hiya guys, good morning. There they go. Oh, you can see them. Right, come on in. Right, I've got to turn that radio off first guys. Here I come, Hang on. Snoop's at the back door already. Let me just turn that radio off guys. There you go, that's better. Right, I'll just put my selfie stand up. There's Snoopy's by the back door. Suchi's there. Hiya guys, have you been good? I haven't heard a dicky bird from you last night. Really good. Okay, hang on Snoop. I'm coming. Here I come. Right, myself. Well, it's not raining. That's a good point. There you go. Sooty, don't bark. Trying to stop the boys running up the garden barking first thing in the morning. Don't want to upset the neighbours. Right, we're down. Right, jeans, little black top. It's like a little t-shirt. It's got very short sleeves. Tucked it into the jeans today, and the cardigan just to keep my arms warm. It's a little bit nippy again. I've got goosies. Don't know if you can see my goosies. Right, kettle on. So I've got to get everything sorted. I need to get my slippers out the tumble dryer. I'm hoping they're dry. I put them in there last night. There we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Otherwise I might have to put them in for another spin. I'll put them in a bag. Let's see how they've come out. They were getting really grubby. I thought, let's see if that works. We give them a wash with everything else last night. So, there we go. Let's open the bag, see what we've got. Oh, they look quite clean. Yeah, they look good. They haven't fallen to bits anyway. Yeah, they look good. The only bit that really had to dry was the fluffy bit, and that was the bit that was really grubby. Right, I'll put them on my feet because my feet are getting cold. This floor isn't very warm. Hang on. Hope they haven't shrunk. No, they're good. They're good. Right, there you go. Right, slippers are on again. Oh, that's better. Right, okay. Let's give the boys a biscuit. They're both in. Look, back door's wide open. That's it, guys. Hang on. Right, that's it. Right, back door's done. Biscuit time for the boys. You go, guys. Wait. Oh, right. Let's bring the camera a little bit closer. There you go. Right, on for you, Snoopers. And on for you, Slip. Right, done. Right, I'm going to put the kettle on, so that's ready for my shave later on. Had my breakfast. Me and the boys will sit down in the front room. I didn't do any washing yesterday because there wasn't a lot to do, just a few cups. Look, it just wasn't worth doing any washing last night, so I shall do that this morning. Don't you back into my stand, please, Snoop. Right, so let's flick those on. Let's get that kettle filled. There we go. Right, Skippy's still in bed. Skippy has been up this morning. Skippy came to see where I was. I couldn't sleep. I woke up, needed to go to the bathroom. Skippy was snoring, and I laid there for a while thinking, I might as well just get up. So I got up, went to the bathroom, and then thought, right, I'm going to do a self-tan. So I've done a self-tan as well. That's when Skippy got up. She came up to see where I've gone, and she needed the bathroom as well. So she's gone back to bed. Now I'm dry. I've got dressed. That's why I've taken a while to come downstairs, because once you put the self-tan on, you feel really sticky. So I've got a little heater in the back room, so I'll put that on and self-tan, and then once I'm dry, I'll just put the clothes on. I'll put loose-fitting clothes on so that they don't stick to me. I will have a shower tonight, so that will get the rest of it off. But yeah, it's gone really well. Self-tanned again. Right, I'm going to put this denim jacket on when I go for a walk, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. This was upstairs on the bed in the back room because I wore it yesterday. There we go. Right, excuse me guys. There's good boys. Okay, move. Right, right, toast. So it's going to be milky coffee and some toast. I brought that down by mistake. Done. There's that one. One, two. Right, toast is on, kettle's boiling. If I do my milk now. Jam. Lovely. Right, I need a cup. Right, today's going to be fairly busy. I did message my dad last night about doing his car, and he said, yeah, that's fine. I said, I'll give him a message again today. Depends on the weather. If the weather stays dry, then I shall do it and get it done and out of the way. If it looks a bit iffy, then we might have to reschedule it for another day. Tomorrow looks very similar today. It sounds like it's going to be a wet one again. I'm hoping it's not going to be right. I'm hoping they got it wrong. So we just have to wait and see, guys, see how it comes out. I've got to be down the nail parlour this morning, getting my nails done. So I shall do that first thing this morning, get that out of the way. I'm booked in. Lovely. That was my blood pressure pill. Only have to take one a day. Nice and easy. Right, let's pop this in. Right, that's on. Need a plate. Some here. That's a new jam. I need a knife. I've got a spoon, so that's not a problem. Put the dog's biscuits away. Lovely, right here we go. The bread should be done in a minute. Oh, that was quick. That was quicker than I thought. There we go, how's that? Is that better? Right. Right, we must have had a power outage at some stage because the clock in the bedroom and the clock on the microwave aren't right. So at some stage we've had a power outage. I don't know when. I'll have to reset those again. I can't do it at the moment on my phone because I'm recording, guys, and I'd have to stop the recording to be able to read the time. Right, just that bit. And that goes there, that goes there. That was lovely last night. That meal we had was really nice. Now I said to Skippy when we went, I said I'm going to try going a different route to where we went. And the last time we went there, I said to her, we won't go that way because it's too windy. I said we're going to go this other way. I said it's a little bit longer. I said but the roads are better. But yesterday I said to her, I'm going to go show you the shorter route. I said but it is a little bit wider. And we did go that way, but it was, I remembered it being winding. It was really bad. So when we came back the old way again, which was a lot nicer. It was a lovely night. The pub was quite busy when we turned up initially, which was 7 o'clock. The car park was pretty full. We did find a parking space, but it was pretty full. Got in. I'd pre-booked the table, so we got seated straight away. I went to the bar and ordered up a couple of cappuccinos, and the lady said she'd pop them on our bill. And while I stood there waiting to be served, there was a menu board chalked up on a large board above the fireplace. So I had a little look at that, and then brought the well, I didn't bring the drinks back to the table. By the time I'd had a look and decided what I'd like, the bar had cleared. I managed to get to the bar, and that's when the lady said she'd bring the drinks to the table. So once she did that, I had said to Skippy when I got back to the table, I said, there is a menu board above the fireplace. I said, I've just had a look. I said, do you want to go and have a look? So she got up and went and had a look, and by the time she got back, our coffee's turned up. And I said to the lady, oh, lovely, thank you very much. I said, do we have to come to the bar to order? She said, no, I'll take your order now if you're ready. So we were both ready, so it was so quick. So we literally walked in, sat down, had a cup of coffee, and the food turned up by the time we'd finished the cup of coffee. It was that quick. It was really good. We didn't have a dessert. The main meal itself was sufficient for both of us. So that worked out really well. And by the time we got home, it was really early still. I couldn't believe how early I was. I thought, oh my gosh, we've still got the whole evening to go. I didn't have any apple pies last night because I was still too full from the meal. So I missed out my apple pies, but I couldn't have eaten them, guys. Or if I had eaten them, I'd have been forcing them down. I don't want to do that. So yeah, it was really good. Service was excellent. The food was excellent. Lovely atmosphere in the pub. This is a little village pub. And it was humming. It was really nice, just humming. People sat at tables chatting away. No loud music. It was just really lovely, really nice. And the staff was so helpful, and they were there every time you wanted anything. They were there. They would come and ask you if you needed anything else. They were just very attentive, and I like that. Not too pushy. And I don't like it when you start eating your meal, and as soon as you've got a mouthful of food, and they come to the table and say, how is it? Is everything okay? And I don't like that. That does annoy me. But these were really good. They delivered the food and said, is there anything else you need? Sauces, etc. We said, both of us said no, we've got salt on the table. So I had a little bit of salt. And they went away and they left us to it. And I thought that was lovely. And then when we'd finished, they came over, they cleared up straight away. They said, would you like anything else? Would you like a dessert? We both said no, but we would like another cup of coffee. So we both had another cup of coffee, hence why we were bursting. By the time we got home, we were both bursting to use the WC. But yeah, it was good, really good. I've just got to stir this and give it a little bit longer. Right, that's on. Just give it its last buzz. Mind please, Snoop. There's a good boy. There. So, yes, all in all, the night was excellent. Turn that around. And that made a really good start to the weekend. There we go. So I'm not going anywhere tonight. I've got nothing planned for tonight. Like I said, it's going to be fairly busy. Skippy's going to come with me when I go to have my nails done. And then she's going to have a wander around going shopping while I'm having my nails done. It usually takes about an hour to get your nails sorted. So she's going to have a shop while I'm having my nails done. Haven't decided on the colour. She said, what colour are you going to have? I said, I don't know yet. I said, sometimes the clue's in the clothes I'm wearing, but I'm not going black. I'm not going black. So she's going to be looking to see what I'm wearing to see if she can suss out what colour I'm going to go for. I have got something in mind, but we'll see. Well, I usually make my decision when I'm actually in the nail parlour, when they give you all the samples to look at, and that's when I actually finally go, yeah, I'll have that one. So yeah, it's good, guys. It's really good. Right, let's get this coffee finished. And we clear that one. Right, that's cleared. So I'm going to sit down. Oh gosh, that's really hot. I'm going to sit down in the front room with the boys. 1, 2, 3. Devour this. I should put this video on for you guys so you know I'm up. I'm going to take the boys out after I've had my shave and done my makeup. So it's now just coming up to 6 o'clock, say 6:30. So I should be out by 7. I want it to be light before I actually go out. I don't want to go out in the dark. So that should be perfect. I'll just put my jam away. That's it. I'm thinking of doing a shop tonight because I didn't do one last night because obviously we went out, guys. And I shall do the washing up as well. There's not a lot to do. Dog's dishes and some cups in the sink. So, and there'll be this to do as well. So yeah, so it should be a good day. Weather-wise, they don't forecast good. They said it should start raining about 1 o'clock time. I'm hoping it holds off or we don't get it at all. Fingers crossed, it'd be lovely if we don't get it. So I can get my dad's car done. So the idea is to get my nails done and phone up my dad and see if it's still dry and see if I can go and borrow his car. And then I can go and sort that out. I did say to Skippy she's welcome to come with me, but then she'd be stood round in the cold and she'd get cold. So she said she'd probably stay at home and probably list some more bags because she's got lots of bags still to list. Now there is something happening next weekend, which is we are going back to Liverpool next weekend to move a student back into their accommodation for the next year's session. That will be a full-on day. Because the student we've got to pick up from Heathrow Airport and then take them and all their items which I've got back there in that room. I've got back rooms full of boxes and suitcases. Got to take those with us. So we've hired another van. We're going to drive from here to Heathrow Airport to pick up the student. So hopefully their flight's going to be on time. And then we're going to go over to Liverpool, move them into their flat and then drive back here to Lavenham. So it's going to be a really busy day. I won't have any chance of doing any meet and greets at that time, guys, because it's just going to be a busy day. But that's next Saturday, not this Saturday. And then there's something happening on the Sunday, but I'll tell you nearer the time what's going on that Sunday. That's something else that I can tell you about. But I won't do that yet, because there's enough to be going on with there. Right, guys, I'm going to have to sign out now, put this video on for you, and then I'm going to sit in the front room with the boys. Oh, there's Snoop and Sooty, look, they're both waiting for me. So we're going to go and sit in the front room, and I shall speak to you guys a little bit later. Okay, bye-bye.